Whoosh! Let's move out! Hey, let's go, move!
The herd passes here before the heavy snows.
We must intercept them near the river fork.
It is a long journey.
It's a frozen valley. We hunt the bison there.
Yes.
The ropes are stiff in this cold. Make sure the knot holds. They are eager to run.
Ahead! Keep moving now! Let's go! Faster!
in the middle of the endless winter in the icy Yakutia, when the sun only skims the horizon like a faint streak of light and then disappears. The whole small village is immersed in the cold of more than 70 degrees below zero, and the wind whistles through the fur tents. The old people sit near the fire counting each bag of dried meat that is left, and know that without a big hunt the children will face days of hunger. So they call the name of the main hunter, a Yakutian man in a thick brown fur coat. A fur cap covered with ice. Narrow but steely eyes.
Flank left! Watch the horn! Ready the spears! Push the spear down.
Keep the tension high.
We almost have him.
And give him the task of leading the wolf sled pack into the White Mountains to find a giant Arctic bison enough to feed the whole village all winter. And he just nods slightly, doesn't say much, but in his steaming breath is a silent promise to his family and the villagers. The next morning, when the sky was still covered with mist and the old snow crackled under the soles of his Yakutian leather boots, he and his two hunting companions retied the tow ropes, checked each wooden spear with its metal tip, stroked the eager dogs. and then set off on their sleds, leaving behind him only a faint trace of smoke from the village. The wind blew up from the valley, carrying the smell of ice and pine resin, whipping their faces and coating their helmets with white crystals. But they remained silent, except for the scrape of their skis on the ice and the snort of their dogs. For hours they followed the faint tracks of the bison on the slopes, sometimes stopping to listen to the faint sound of their hooves hitting the rocks under the thick snow, sometimes climbing a high ridge.
Forward! Run! Mush! Move faster! We are nearly home. They made it back!
Welcome home, brothers! We were so worried!
Look at all the furs. Hand it down slowly.
Scanning the grey-green valleys with reindeer skin binoculars and spotting small brown spots moving on the white. Finally, in the distance, behind a natural wall of ice, they saw a huge herd of Arctic bison gathered on a mountain step, kicking up the snow with their horns in search of frozen moss to eat, their breath rising in great columns of smoke in the still air. And among the herd was a young but strong male, his thick coat covered with ice, his horns curved like two crescent moons, a perfect target.
Settle down. Good dogs, let's move.
The three hunters circled upwind, creeping over the snow like shadows, each step calculated to avoid breaking the thin ice with a sound. Then they signaled the dogs to move aside, ready to chase if necessary, when the bull bison separated from the herd and approached the edge of the slope to choose a place to dig in the snow. The main hunter slowly stood up, his right hand firmly holding the spear, his left hand holding the long coil of animal skin rope, his heart beating strongly but his breathing still steady as on many previous hunts.
That is good. There you go, buddy. Good boy. Eat up.